Hi guys! Welcome to my channel, and for those that have been watching my videos in the past, welcome back to my channel. My name is Karen. I talk about perfumes, I talk about cooking sometimes, and some life tips. But mostly I do perfume videos, so if that is your thing, then welcome to my channel and enjoy this video. For today's video, I would like to share with you my Jo Malone collection. In the past, I've shared with you some of my Jo Malone favorite scents, but today I'm going to show you my complete collection. First off, I want to share with you how my Jo Malone exploration started. You know, in the past, I have been wearing perfumes, mostly designers, as most of us may have started their collections with. But then later on, I realized that the designer scents are too mainstream, and especially last year or in 2019, it was as though everything smelled the same. And when I say the same, everything almost smelled gourmand or sweet, or fruit patchouli sweet, or cupcake sweet, something like that. So I thought I'd explore Jo Malone so that somehow I could be different. But the initial Jo Malone bottle that I had was back in, I believe, 2012, if I'm not mistaken, and that was Nectarine, Blossom, and Honey. And that was a blind buy. I researched on Jo Malone fragrances, and they had two best sellers back then. I really don't remember what year that was, but that was before Jo Malone was made available here in Manila or Philippines. The first two bottles that I got from a supplier who got her bottles abroad were lime, basil, and mandarin, I think, and nectarine, blossom, and honey. And I gave lime basil to my partner, and he loved it. I loved the longevity, but I couldn't wear it because I found it to be masculine on my skin. And then I initially loved nectarine, blossom, and honey, but later on, it became too heady for me that I'm not sure if I finished my 30 ml bottle or gave it away, and then I never bought again. I may have finished it, but then I never bought it again. And then I saw Jo Malone here in the Philippines, and then I started exploring more of their fragrances, both the limited collection and the permanent line, because I was really excited to see that I can test out the scents first before I buy, unlike my first experience, which was a blind buy. So now I have kind of grown my collection into, several beautiful scents. And I'd like to start with this floral scent that I have here, which I really love but could not really finish, because this one, unlike the other scents, this lasts long on me. It smells floral and citrus and very classy or elegant. This is for daytime, definitely, and this is none other than Basil and Neroli. So this is a floral citrus fresh cologne that lasts on my skin for at least about 4 to 6 hours, which isn't bad at all. I mean, compared to the other scents. So this was one of the first ones that I got, because sometimes I would get 2 to 3 bottles at a time. So the second one that I got is English Pear and Freesia. So this one, if you can see, that's the dent that I've put on this bottle. And then I have a backup for my bag, which is a 30 ml bottle of the same scent. So that's how I back up, really. So I have two English pear and freesia, and both are used and with a decent dent. I mean, compared to the others, okay? So this is my Basil and Neroli. Obviously, I've been using it as well. And this one is English pear and freesia. And this one, English pear and freesia as well, okay? This one, the English pear and freesia cologne smells fresh. It's as if you've just gone out of the shower. It smells, yes, it smells like fresh pear, juicy. It smells a bit freesia, but it's not, I wouldn't call it a floral perfume. I still kind of smell citrus in it a little, but this is definitely fresh and musky. I love this scent. Not everyone may love it because it can be a little bit screechy and sharp, but for my preference, I'm okay. I love English pear and freesia. The next one, and this is based on it being my favorite, is Blackberry and Bay. I've talked about this in my very first video, I think. And this to me smells like shampoo on my skin. So I also got a backup bottle of it. So one's 100 ml and then the other is 30 ml. So that's Blackberry and Bay. This one is a fresh scent. You can definitely smell the blackberry, a very juicy version of the blackberry. I'm not sure I smell bay. I'm thinking of bay as an herb or a plant, and I'm not really getting that a lot. I smell juicy blackberry, very fresh notes. And this one, unfortunately, although it is my favorite, doesn't last too long on my skin. It lasts maybe 2 to 3 hours. On clothes, maybe longer. So I tend to overspray this. And well, that's all I've used. Because sometimes I forget about the perfumes that I have. Especially if I have a current rotation. But nevertheless, these are my favorites as well. These two bottles I use. Okay, next I have, this is a very famous one. This is a floral scent. A fresh floral scent that I also love. I love to layer this with wood sage and sea salt, which I'm going to talk about later on. But this is none other than Peony and Blush Suede. This is, I believe, a YouTube community fragrance lover's favorite from Jo Malone. So this is again another fresh scent. If you would notice, a lot of my Jo Malone scents are fresh. And this one I love. It's sweet and floral and fresh, and on my skin it doesn't last very long. It's again maybe 3 to 4 hours, but not bad at all. The next one, as I have mentioned, is wood sage and sea salt. This is woody and salty and yet a little bit sweet, and this is a favorite of mine because it smells basic yet unique. All of the ones I mentioned, except for maybe dupes that are in the market intended to be dupe of these scents, these are still unique, I would say, and that is probably the reason that they're at that price point. So this one is another favorite, wood sage and sea salt. I tend to get a backup bottle, but not yet because I haven't really used a lot of it. Okay, now the next one is another favorite, which is another mild scent. Now this one is a floral scent that is on my skin, musky and fresh yet a little bit warm. This one I love to use at home, even before I go to bed. And this is none other than Jo Malone Silk Blossom. I'm not sure what year this was released, this version of that I have, but it's in the old bottle. This is definitely not in the past 2 years, I believe. So that's another favorite of mine. I think all of these are favorites. I can't rank these because they're all different from each other, but they're definitely wearable in the Philippines with our hot and humid weather. So that's good news for us. Now, I've shared with you recently, smells so good. I shared with you recently my bottles of the limited collection Wisteria and Lavender in one of my previous videos. I'm going to add the link below so that if you want to check it out, then you can. And then I think this next one has been made a permanent scent. I'm not sure, but during my last visit to a Jo Malone counter, I think I saw this as a permanent scent in their collection or in their line, and that's Poppy and Barley cologne. I bought this last year and I haven't really used it a lot because when I was at the store and it was fully air conditioned, it smelled good. It smelled fresh, but then somehow when I tried it again here at home, it started smelling like plants or grass or vegetables, which I'm not a big fan of. So it might be fresh, but it isn't something that's gonna make me feel girly or feminine or fresh. It smells like a plant or green. It's still fresh, but it isn't a favorite. So that's probably something that I will not repurchase from Jo Malone. Now the next two bottles, I'm sorry, it is very humid. As you can see, I'm sweating because I don't have the air condition on. The two bottles that I have to show you next are actually great, or is actually a great scent. So I guess I have a pattern of getting a full bottle and then a backup at the same time. I guess I am a hoarder and I'm so sorry for that. Please do not in any way be like me, especially now that we don't go out as much. Especially now that I'm just at home and everybody's wearing a mask. It's not really wise to spend a lot of money for 1 cent from a niche house and then not be able to use it. So not that I regret it. I mean, I can keep both, definitely, but I've sprayed both. So now I'm afraid that one will turn after 3 years. So I'm trying my very best to keep it in a place that is really dark and cool in my cabinet. But this is a divine scent. If you want to smell rich, warm and fresh and citrusy, although some people may say that this smells kind of masculine, and it might smell that way, I'd still say it is very fresh and lovable, and especially it makes me think of the holidays. This is a limited edition during holidays, Christmas especially. So I just love it. That's why I got 2 bottles of it. And this is none other than Jo Malone Orange Bitters Cologne. This smells like orange and amber, if I'm not mistaken, and I just love it. It's a warm scent. This might work even better, so much better during cold months, really. So I haven't really worn that a lot, just because, you know, the weather here, as I've always talked about, is always hot and humid. But December, January, and start of Feb, they're still okay months. But after Feb 15 or the 3rd week, which I'm at now, we're already gearing towards summer. And so I'd have to really keep this perfume or maybe save it for an occasion that I'd have to go out and it's really cold in that place where I'm going to be able to use it. But I really love that scent. The next scent that I'm going to show you, I've already shared this with you. Again, this is in my previous video. One of those that I hated initially, but eventually fallen in love with. And that is none other than my Jo Malone Velvet and Amber Absolute. This is a very successful buy for me because I wanted an oud fragrance that is not going to give me a headache, and I really, really, really love this. I forgot where I got it. It is very difficult to find now. So anyway, if you're able to get your hands on this gem, then go ahead. It's not beast mode as you would expect from an oud perfume, but I love it. It's just right for me. And one of my wish list fragrances from Jo Malone is Tuberose Angelica. So I hope that I could get that soon. But for now, I hope that, you know, you find my collection nice. And thank you so much for watching, guys. And please hit like and subscribe if it's not too much to ask. That would really help me a lot. And I really intend to grow my channel as far as subscribers. So if you can please like and share and subscribe, that would be great. I really appreciate your help. Thank you so much for your time today. Thank you for watching, and you stay safe and healthy until my next video. Bye, guys.